Agenda. I'm Bob Sellers here with Allison Maloney. Months after a World Health Organization investigation deemed it extremely unlikely that COVID-19 came from a lab in Wuhan, China, the idea has been renewed, rejuvenated, you could say. This comes as President Biden has ordered U.S. intelligence agencies to redouble their efforts to investigate the origins of COVID. And Dr. Anthony Fauci's newly released emails raised further questions about what was known about the virus's origins. One of the emails Dr. Fauci received says, "We think that there is a possibility that the virus was released from a lab in Wuhan, the biotech area of China." Joining us now to discuss is co-host of Uncovering the Truth, Dr. Maria Ryan. Doctor, what's your take on this information? And is there anything there that you consider a smoking gun that would say, aha?
Good afternoon, Bob and Allison. So far, what I've read of the emails, there's nothing that big. But I have to tell you, there's plenty of evidence that Dr. Fauci, Francis Collins, Dr. Ralph Baric of University of North Carolina, and definitely Peter Daszak knew what was going on in that laboratory, because guess what? The NIAID, Dr. Fauci's department, helped fund it. They gave grants through EcoHealth, which in turn gave that Wuhan lab approximately $800,000. But even prior to that, money was given to Ralph Baric of the University of North Carolina to do studies, which are called gain-of-function studies, where you work with a virus and you manipulate it to see how you can get it to go into humans, to jump from animals to humans. You might think, well, why would anybody want to do that? Well, one, it could be for bioweapons like in China. They have several of these facilities, and it's all part of a bioweapons program. Here in America, when we've done it, we said we wanted to do it to actually understand how that process happens, where it goes from an animal to a human. Therefore, we could know how to treat it.
Gain of function. You're describing gain of function.
Absolutely, gain of function. So Dr. Fauci knew all about this. He helped fund it. There's videos online. You can look at him in 2012 talking about the advantageous aspects of doing gain of function. Dr. Ralph Baric, as well at the University of North Carolina, he was actively doing it there. Now, something happened in 2014 when the Obama administration said, I want a moratorium on gain-of-function testing. It's really too risky. We could cause pandemics. And you would think that all funding was cut. It was cut in the United States. But what Dr. Baric did, and Dr. Fauci knew, he no longer did it in the United States. He went to China and worked with Dr. Shi Zheng Li in that lab in Wuhan. And in 2015, they co-authored an article that talked about how they finally did it. They finally engineered to move it from a bat and now to a mouse. Mm-hmm. And they were pretty sure they were going to be able to do it into a human.
Yeah.
And that was
good. We only have so much time.
Yeah, we got about 30 seconds left. Doctor, why do you think that they'd want to hide this? Like, why didn't Dr. Fauci come out and say, well, it could have been, made in a lab? Why hide this?
That is perplexing, Allison, because they all knew about it. They could have actually stopped this pandemic. When it came out in December of 2019, but we knew it was circulating before December of 2019, they could have said to the world, we've been working with gain of function. Let's stop it. Stop anybody from traveling out of Wuhan right now. And everything could have been contained. Mm-hmm. But they never stood up. They never did the right thing.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll continue to hear more and continue to talk about this. Dr. Maria Ryan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Of course, and coming up, the FDA has approved a new Alzheimer's drug, and it could be great news for people suffering from the disease. We'll discuss after this.